Here we're trying to identify exactly how one particular point is moving from where it was originally to where it will be on the new graph. And in doing this, we're going to kind of handle these two pieces separately. We're going to look at the vertical stuff and the horizontal stuff entirely on their own, and I'm going to look at those first vertical and then horizontal. So looking at our y value, that means that the output of this sine function would have been 0, and what we can think about is happening here is we're doing the amplitude 8 times that 0 and minus 5, so that we end up with 8 times a y value minus 5 gives us our new y value, and when I do that I get negative 5. That's my new y value. For the x value, what we do is take a look at the inside of this and set that equal to our original x value. This is the same thing we've been doing to find these values, but this is a little bit more explicit for one particular point. So here we've got theta plus pi over 3 is equal to 0. That means that theta is equal to negative pi over 3. That's our x value. So we're looking at the point negative pi over 3, comma, negative 5. Looking at the next one, we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to start again with my y coordinate and do the same thing that we did before. And again, the y coordinate really is what we get out from our cosine function. So we're going to then multiply that as 6 times, instead of all this stuff, just 1, minus 4, and that gives us 2. For the x, we're going to do the same thing, set this inside equal to the original x value, and we do this in red so we can see that they're connected. And 0 is equal to theta minus 3 pi over 4. That gives me theta is equal to 3 pi over 4. My new point would be 3 pi over 4, comma 2. Finally, looking at this last one, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'll use the same colors as well. And just remember that this is our y, so we're looking at 2 times 1 minus 4, which is negative 2. And then for our x, we set the inside 7 theta plus 3 pi over 2 is equal to 0. That means that 7 theta is equal to negative 3 pi over 2, and that theta is equal to negative 3 pi over 14. My point then would be negative 3 pi over 14, comma, negative 2.